What's going on, Cancer? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for March 2023. So in this reading, Cancer, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for March. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming. We're also going to get some advice from your angels and spirit guides and much more regarding March 2023, Cancer. But before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment, Cancer, to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we move through this reading. And I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time for checking this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, Cancer, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. That would also be greatly appreciated over here, Cancer. So without further ado, I am now going to pull the energy and we'll see what wants to come through for you for March 2023. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Cancer. Ooh. Okay, Cancer, before we get into the tarot, let's start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards from the universe for you for March. The first energy message you have is, how can this be a wonderful win-win-win situation? How can you create a win-win-win situation for yourself, but also for the world at large? This is coming through as, Cancer, some sort of idea that you have for bettering your own life, okay? This could be some sort of business that you want to launch, or some sort of advancement that you want to make in your life, and viewing it as a win-win instead of viewing it as selfish for you. This is something that I've even worked through recently with certain potential moves that I'm making in my business and just in life in general. And there's this really big tendency to always think that we're the one who's trying to get something for ourselves. But if you can create a win-win scenario, as long as what you're doing is actually beneficial to other people, then it's a win-win scenario. Even this channel doing tarot has completely transformed my life, but it's because it's a win-win. It's because I'm, dedicating so much of my energy to helping people understand their energy. So it's a win-win. So because before I even started doing this tarot channel, there was a lot of that energy, so remember that what you're going to do, it needs to be a win-win. If you can create that, that's how you're going to get ahead. You also have the alchemical artist here. Okay, the alchemical artist. I really feel like there's something here about merging with your higher self. This might sound a little bit odd to some of you, Cancer, but viewing your life through the eyes of your greater self, through your higher self, rather than this small, isolated ego. And if you can do that, you would make much more bold moves. There's also something that you want to do that your heart's in, and like Biggie Smalls says, Cancer, only make moves when your heart's in it, right? Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. and live this phrase, sky's the limit. So whatever it is you're doing, make sure your heart's in it, is what I'm getting. Like, make sure that it's in March, like and as long as it's part of your, you know that this is your destiny to do, or the universe is putting on your heart, you have nothing to fear. The only thing that's going to you have to fear is like, we're going to get into it because there are some pitfalls with what I see coming here for you in March, but you also have out of the mess comes elegant order. Out of the mess comes elegant order, Cancer. So whatever like mess that you're dealing with right now, there's a much deeper reason why you're in the mess that will be revealed to you later, as long as you don't get down on yourself and as long as you don't really hate the mess that you're in. Okay, so we start off with your opportunity, Cancer, for March, and it's the Chariot. Okay, so this is your opportunity to get moving on something. I do feel what you're going to get moving on has to do with this win-win situation that you want to create in your life. I'm getting that it has to do something with your career, to be honest with you. You know, like working in some sort of thing that you feel like is good for the world, but is also really good for you. Okay, now your challenge is the King of Wands. Your challenge, Cancer, for March 2023 is the King of Wands. So for a lot of you, you're dealing with someone in love who you're very attracted to, but they could be a little bit like eccentric. They could have a lot of stuff going on that prevents you from moving forward with them, or they may be a little bit like focused on themselves. They don't really care about you as much as they care about themselves, which is healthy to a certain degree, but what I'm picking up on is like someone here, you're really attracted to them, but there's a lot of problems with it as well, especially when it comes to like some sort of immaturity. Now, on the other part of what I'm picking up on, Cancer, with this King of Wands and your challenge, is a lot of you need to start feeling like worthy of your own expression when it comes to creating a win-win for yourself and the world. Like, so, you know, this is you stepping up wherever you work currently and like letting your voice be heard, right? The King of Wands is very eccentric. They're very out there. And so also with the King of Wands in your challenge, like there's something about like you could feel like you're not really expressing yourself to your full capacity at this time. So we're going to have to see what it's about in a moment. But when you come here, Cancer, to your overall general energy for March 2023, really good. We have the Star, we have the Four of Wands, and we also have the Three of Pentacles here in your overall general energy for March. So there's a lot of renewal and harmony when it comes to you working with other people. Okay, Cancer, I do feel like whatever it is that you have going on for work here, there's a little bit of a delicate balance of choosing the right people that you're going to work with on some sort of project very carefully. And I could see there's a lot of new people potentially coming in when it comes to your work situation, when it comes to you creating that win-win scenario, whatever that means, okay? Now let's go here, Cancer, to what you don't see coming. Now, what you don't see coming, there is some sort of shake-up or breakup here. For some of you, I'm picking up on two different energies. This is what you don't see coming, Cancer. You have the Ten of Wands, you have the Tower, and you have the Page of Wands. For those of you not dealing with a love situation, and this is more so having like you really putting yourself out there, like taking a big step in your work, I really feel like you're going to reach a breaking point where you just decide that the pain of not making a move becomes greater than the pain of actually putting yourself out there. That's what happened with me, even to give you a solid example of this tarot channel once again, Cancer, where there was a long time where I was in so much pain of like not putting myself out there. As soon as it became more painful to stay stagnant, that's when you make the move. And that's basically what's happening for a lot of you. Now, for some of you, I'm going to be honest here, it seems like there is going to be potentially you're taking a break from someone, or there is some sort of major breakup that you're going to go through in love, okay? But what it's going to do is it's going to cleanse your energy for sure, okay? So we're going to see why. Like, I'm actually getting a relief feeling in my body, like, because I'm very clairsentient, clear feeling, and the feeling that I'm getting from this Tower is like a relief. So I'm almost getting that whatever's taken away from you, whatever comes to an end here in March 2023, is actually going to feel like a sign of relief for you. Remember, if something feels heavy, like a weight is on your shoulders, it doesn't belong to you. What truly belongs to you weighs nothing. So just realize that, right? And a lot of this is going to be internal as well. But when it comes to your advice from your spirit guides, Cancer, you have the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords is looking right at that King of Wands. You have the Four of Pentacles, and you also have the Seven of Wands here when it comes to your advice from your spirit guides for March 2023. Once again, I'm getting a few different things. For the first the first group that I'm picking up on here, you got to be very careful who you tell your dreams to. You got to be very careful who you're trying to create a win-win scenario with. Because I'm going to be honest with you, there's a lot of you who have had certain people, like business mentors or people that are co-workers, whoever you're working with or whoever you've been working with, or like you need to be careful that these people actually want to see you win, because everyone has their own agenda. Everyone's own self-interest is going to be primary. No matter what they say, it's all about them. Everyone is all about them. And so there's something about, especially if someone is in like a higher position than you, somehow, mentor, blah, like there's something about they don't actually want to see you outshine them. And you have to be aware of that. So you have to tell your dreams to a very select few of people. Now, the other part of this, Cancer, is definitely about this King of Wands in your challenge. Okay, someone that you've had a situationship or a relationship with, they're destructive. And so Spirit is advising you to really ice this person out before you get hurt even more. Because there's a potential here that some of you, if you don't listen to your intuition about this person that you're in some sort of love situation with, there's a potential that you're going to get even more hurt than you already are. So just be aware of that. So with that being said, let's now get into this reading and start clarifying what this energy is about for you, Cancer. Let's go ahead and see why the Chariot is your opportunity. Why is the Chariot your opportunity, Cancer, for you for March 2023? So, yeah, I mean, okay. Okay, the Chariot in your opportunity is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, the Star, and also the Seven of Pentacles here, Cancer, when it comes to your opportunity for March 2023. So this definitely has to do with some sort of business move or some sort of move when it comes to your money. A lot of you are looking to become financially independent, and that seems like your biggest opportunity. Some sort of healing opportunity when it comes to your work seems to be the opportunity, and really to invest in something. You know, a lot of you people out there, you try something for 4 days. 4 days. It doesn't work after the 4th day and you give up. No, it's not how it works. You have to do the same thing every freaking day for something to work. Commit. It's really just about showing up. It's really just about commitment for you and believing that you're worthy of this, and then being smart about how you go about it, who you tell, who you invite into your circle, right? You also have the King of Wands, remember, in your challenge. So a lot of you, this is really just about like taking the inspired action, not letting any sort of fear paralyze you, because those energies about business and all this is really here for you this month. So you want to take advantage of it. Now let's see why. And as well, you know, some of you here being single for a while might actually benefit you. Some of you dealing in a toxic love thing, this really also could be advice to focus on your career. Or for some of you who are not going to break up with this person, it's saying, hey, you know, you need to focus on yourself right now and not like be so giving to someone who's not very giving to you. Now let's see why the King of Wands is here in your challenge, Cancer, for March 2023. Yeah, this is a decision to go forward for a lot of you with this idea that you have, okay? This win-win scenario. You have the King of Swords and you also have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is making a steadfast decision that I am going to do this, and I'm not going to give up on it either, okay? There's some sort of thing that you really want to do. You're going to have to like use this energy, okay? Even though it's challenging for you to do so, I really feel like it's just about committing to a decision and then showing up every single day until it happens, right? Like, for a long time, I had a goal. I'm gonna be a very big YouTuber for a long time, and I was never doing tarot, like, but I just was like, I'm never going to stop until I achieve this goal. That's really it. I don't care Like, I've done crazy things to get here people don't even realize. And, like, that's just it. If you make that decision, the whole universe will conspire to help you. But if you're halfway, if you let your fears and you let this consume you, you're never going to get anywhere. Your fears are still going to be there when you take action, by the way. I really want to make this clear. I think some of you think that you have to get to this state of perfection before you start taking action, and nothing can be further from the truth. You learn through experience. You fail forward. Do you realize that I had a whole YouTube channel for 2 years before I started The Autistic Mystic, and no one listened to me for 2 years? I was talking about the same stuff. Maybe I wasn't as comfortable on camera, but you only get that through pushing through fear. Now, for others of you, your challenge could be that you have another love offer here. Okay, you could have two simultaneous offers from individuals. You could be dealing with a fire sign and an air sign. It doesn't have to be the same elements. But I do feel for a lot of you is that you may be being offered love from two different people right now, and you may have a choice in that. For others of you with your challenge, you could just being some stubborn person could be promising you something, which may or may not be true about what they're promising you. But I just see it as a challenge for some reason. Now let's go ahead and see why the star is here when it comes to your overall general energy, Cancer, for March. Why is the star here? Okay, the star in your overall general energy is clarified by the Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and also the Six of Swords here, Cancer. And it's interesting because you also have the Three of Pentacles in your overall general energy already. Okay, so this definitely has to do with the people that you're working with. Some of you are going to choose to move away from your current associates, from a current mentor, from someone that's been working with you to try to advance your career. I really feel like there's going to be a swap in that because you have the Six of Swords with the Three of Pentacles. Some of you are going to say, thank you for the help, but I must move on to someone else because your intuition is telling you that about someone. And you're going to be moving towards, some sort of slow-moving energy with that Knight of Pentacles. The fact that the Three of Pentacles is here twice in your overall general energy, and the star is here, and the star is here again in your opportunity, shows me that in March, it looks like you're going to be focused on your work. But for some of you, it's really about being honest with yourself, about identifying the people that you need to work with. Okay, now let's go ahead and move on to let's see, I do got to see why this Three of Pentacles is here as well, because it came out. Show me more about this Three of Pentacles energy for Cancer. I think by the end of the month, you could be working with a completely new set of people. This might even sound weird for you, but some of you working in a company might transfer you to a different department. Some of you who are entrepreneurs might completely hire new people to work with, is what I'm getting. See why the Three of Pentacles is here in your overall general energy for March, Cancer. And for those of you who stay disciplined, I see by the end of March, you making a lot of headway. Okay? You having a lot of momentum. So the Three of Pentacles is clarified by the World, the Two of Cups, and also the Seven of Swords here when it comes to the Three of Pentacles, people that you're collaborating with, Cancer. So I really feel here, for a lot of you, there's much better options, once again, when it comes to, you're due for an upgrade in your physical life. That's what the World's all about. It's about a completion cycle. For some of you, co-workers, anyone you've been working with on your dreams, it's time to, you deserve an upgrade. That cycle is closing. So, and you also have the Seven of Swords, and you also have the Two of Cups. What this tells me, Cancer, is a lot of you are not seeing something very correctly because you're being blinded by some sort of faith or love in someone. Now, this is not so much love. It could be for some of you, but I'm getting more so this is this could be the types of books you're reading, the people that you watch on YouTube, anything that you're doing to advance your career and your money and that whole type of thing. There's something off about it, and you really need to analyze that very closely. That's all I'm going to really say about that. Okay? Okay, now let's see why this Tower card is here. Why is this Tower card here for you and what you don't see coming for March 2023, Cancer? The Tower is clarified by the Three of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and also the Temperance card when it comes to what you don't see coming to the Tower. So there definitely is some sort of big admitting pain or some sort of event that reveals more pain. And it has to do with love. You know, the Temperance card is to do with moderation and harmony with other people. So I really feel like for those of you dealing with a love situation, some of you are going to choose the road of no love. I'm going to be honest. For some of you, you're going to literally take an out of celibacy and you're just going to focus on your business. You're just going to focus on no love right now. Okay? So because the Temperance card is moderation, burning off some sort of impurity around you. This could have to do with work or love for some of you, but so definitely for what you don't see coming, you know, like just remain open when it comes to this whole process. I just had something to say and it went away. So let's keep going. Let's go to your advice. Okay, why is the Five of Swords? And your advice, remember you have the Seven of Swords and the Lovers. Could be that you keep in love. The Three of Pentacles as it relates to love is you keep trying to work on something, or you keep trying to see the good in someone that you're in a relationship or a situationship with, even though that Seven of Swords energy still remains there. And so you may give up on someone's potential here is what I'm saying, and that might actually be for your benefit because of this advice with the Five of Swords and the Seven of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. Why is the Five of... So really your advice is to be very careful who you tell your plans to. Always say less than necessary. All that type of stuff. So be very aware of like negative space, creating negative space. It's not about what you say, it's about what you don't say. The Five of Swords is clarified by the Seven of Cups, the Strength card, and also the King of Wands. Again, remember the King of Wands is now your challenge, Cancer. So for a lot of you, this has to do with like overcoming your own emotions when it comes to elevating yourself in the physical world. Once again, this theme of career advancement, making more money, like knowing that you truly deserve the best, recreating yourself, Cancer. The King of Wands, the Strength card, and the Seven of Cups is your mind could be constantly going to the worst case scenario is what I'm picking up on, right? The Five of Swords here in your advice is letting you know, Cancer, there's a little bit of self-sabotage when it comes to you just letting your thoughts run wild. And so for a lot of you, this King of Wands has to do with your own expression, and the Strength card has to do with overcoming your own like animalistic nature of playing it safe, not really taking any risks, blah, blah, blah. Because the world that we live in today with the internet, with online stuff, it doesn't mean you have to do something online, but like our ancestors would have killed. Like if they could have seen the opportunity that a 13-year-old kid had to make money from their phone, or not even from their phone, from anything in the world we now live in, they'd be like, are you kidding me? You're being this lazy, you're not taking... So I am getting a message now, Cancer, of having less thoughts in general. The Four of Pentacles here, when it comes to your advice, is like the less thoughts you have, so maybe taking a break from someone, purifying your energy, the less thoughts you have, the more powerful the thoughts that you have are. So what I'm getting is like really taking control of your mind would be a good idea, or even so much your emotions, but emotions cannot arise unless there's a belief there. So some of you are having a belief that, oh, if I do this business thing and it doesn't work out, I'm a failure. But once again, the only reason you see me here today is because I've been a failure over and over and over again until I succeeded, right? Michael Jordan, the best basketball player ever, has missed more game-winning shots than most people have ever even had the balls to take, right? So that's certainly what this is about. For some of you as well, this has to do with overcoming some sort of attachment that you have to a King of Wands figure. I'm also getting that